Hello, good morning. My name is Ben from Apfeldoktor Germany. Welcome to the micro soldering show, or today to the review show, because I got a new product right from Union Repair. They mailed it to me for review, and now I want to show you what it is. So we go straight to the on hands camera, and what we see here is the new MiJing CH5. It's a preheater for iPhone X, XS, XS Max, and the advertisement of this preheater is that you can separate the board and put it back together without reballing. I have to say something, I would never do this because I always reball the board. Why? From factory side we got a low melt solder between the board halves, and you got always problems on these boards with cold solder joints or broken pads. So that's the cause why when I separate the board I definitely reball it. But we want to see if it works in general, but I don't recommend you to separate the board and put it back together without reballing. Reballing is fast. You can reball the board within 3 or 5 minutes, it's done, no problem at all, and then you can put it back together. The next feature of this preheater is that they say when your board is a little bent, often the top side is a little bent. I put it back by just using my eyes and my fingers. But they tell, MiJing tells us that when you use this top cover and put it on the preheater, you can definitely have a straight top board laying on the bottom board. Okay, so let's just test. I did the clamps on, and now we just separate the board. I take 185 degrees to do that, and then let's just have a look if we can separate it. Normally I always use a small amount of hot air to do that. I developed my own technique for doing that over the last month, and I always do it in the same way. I have my preheating module for the PPD 120. It's really fucked up because I use it every day, and all what I have tested until now, the WWL, the Sunshine SS, I tested so many preheaters and things like that, the big one of PPD, and I just don't like it, really. I like the PPD 120, and now I will just test the MiJing CH5 to see how it works and if it's something I can recommend or not. So we just wait a short time. This is a test board. It was already reballed, it was already opened, it was already put together again. It works. It's a board which works, and we use it when we get new workers here to show them how to work with that iPhone X, or when we get students at a bottle repair school and they want to learn iPhone X, we take boards like this. So just wait a short time. For me, it's I always want to work fast, so I don't separate the board normally, only with the preheater. Okay, normally I just take the hot air and help with the hot air so it goes faster, but in this case we just use the CH5. Okay, so we separated the board right now, so let's see how the solder joints look. I put the preheater off and we go straight under the microscope. Okay, what about the pads? Let us have a look. Here we got some dirt. Okay. Okay. You see, on some points we got more solder, on some points we got less solder because of the separating process, and that's normally I just reball it, like I said. Let's have a look here. Do you see that? It doesn't look good for me. Okay, so it really doesn't look good for me, because you see that here? I don't want to put it back together again without reballing, I think. So I'm sure that it can work, but I don't like to do that because in my opinion it's just not the right way to work on these boards without reballing. So I think I want to show you how to use this preheater by reballing the board. Okay, so I already saw that others made videos where they separate the board and put the board halves back together just without reballing, but it's really not my way. I wanted to do also, but when I see like it looks now, for me, I think it's just better to reball them halves and get it back together then. Okay? I hope you understand that, and I don't want to say that it's a bad product. Nothing at all. I will test it, and if it works, it's great because it looks good. You have the silicone around it, so you can't burn your hands. You have nice clamps. You have a nice heating platform. So that's really not bad at all. The only thing is that I think that it's just not good to separate the board halves and put them back together without reballing. Okay, that's not my way to do. I work in another way, and I always prefer the cleanest way you can go. And okay, it could be faster. It could be faster for you to put the board back together without reballing, but 100% it's not the better way, because when you just use your head and think about it, it doesn't make any sense to separate an iPhone X board after a board break or things like that and then just put it back together without reballing the board. So I don't think that MiJing thinks that's the main feature of this preheater. I can't imagine that they say, oh, the main feature of our preheater is that you can separate the board and put it back together without reballing it, because they are technicians too, and I don't think that a good technician says that it's a good way to put the board back together without reballing it. So we just do a fast reball, and you will see that it's really no problem and it goes fast. So no problem at all when you reball the board. So it just takes some minutes more. Therefore you can give the device to your customer with a good feeling, okay? Because you know the customer won't come some month later again, or some weeks or some days, and tell you that the iPhone immediately is rebooting, or doesn't work in the right way, or doesn't charge, or the Wi-Fi doesn't work because of some connection problems between the board halves. Okay, so we don't want these board breaks, we don't like it, and so we just need to find a way which makes the board better than it comes from the factory when you buy it. So, and my way to make it better is just to use 183 ppd solder paste to reball the board, not this this low melt crap which many people use because they just want to go faster and think it's more easy to reball them boards with a cheap low, or not with a cheap, with a low melt solder, because it's more easy to do. So that's not my way. My way is always to do clean work, to do good work, and to get a full function and make it better as it was before. And so I think we should do it in that way. Okay, so just a fast reball. And after that, cleaning the top layer board and putting them both halves back together. The PPT 183 solder paste you can get at Union Repair. And it's perfect for reballing this board. And I really like this G-Lon stencil for the X. It's not as thin as the new stencil for the iPhone XS. I don't like it. I like these bigger stencils, not as thin as the XS, because you can go faster, in my opinion. But I know people, they say, oh, the thinner ones are better. So every technician has his own technique, or should have his own technique to do things like that, and that's good, because you can't say there is only one technique which works. That's just not the truth. There are so many technicians in this world and so many techniques in this world. And there are so many good technicians in this world and good techniques. So always remember, there's not only one way to do things. The only advantage when you use low melt on these boards is that you really can go a little bit faster around it, and you don't get any bend at the stencil, because you need to take less heat for reballing. The only thing I saw is that we have here a little tiny point of dirt. See that? So we just take it away, and then we just do the reflow. Some people will say, okay, this takes time. Did you watch on the clock? I don't know how many minutes it took now. We are completely at moment on 13 minutes with separating, with taking the solder off, and with reballing. So I think reballing were about 3 to 5 minutes, and that's really okay. This time you should have when you do repair like this. After that, I just want to check at the socket if the board is working. Normally it should be a working board here, because I took it out of the package with the test boards, iPhone X here, which we use for the school and for showing the workers how to do. Looks great, I think. Wait a short time until the solder cooled down and you get a gray color on them boards. Then you just can use a brush and brush it slightly with some contact cleaner. Get out the middle layer, the heat insulation. Then just push slightly with a wipe. If you see some bolts in there like that, just take it out. And okay. So now we can just clean the solder on the top layer. and I know that it is time taking, and normally you could say, okay, when I just take off the top layer board and put it back together, I'm done within 5 minutes, and I don't have to get fresh solder on it, and I don't have to learn how to reball the board. So I just don't like it, and I want to do it in another way, and just don't reball the board halves. And I tell you, when you are a good technician, you just reball the halves, and when you are a good technician, it's no problem for you. And if you can't do it, you can learn it. It's no problem to learn that, really not. And for the future, these pulled boards are the future, really the future. So you have to learn it anyway when you want to work in this industry and to do repairs like that. You just need to have the skills and need to learn the techniques to just reball. Good morning. To just reball this board. Good morning. Why are you so early?
So early, isn't it?
Okay. I just thought it would be so early. Okay. What about your mom?
Good, good.
She's fine?
He's fine.
Okay. She cooked something for me yesterday in the evening, yes.
And what?
Kartoffeln und Liona. So, potatoes and meat. So just take off the solder. So we got 2 in 1 here. We got one time the review for the CH5 and a board reball tutorial for iPhone X. I already done this before in other videos, the reball tutorial. But here we have another one. Okay, we took off the solder around the whole board. Only at one point not, and that is here. Don't forget that. And you see, no problem at all. Now we just take a brush and brush the board to get it clean. And after that, we check in the socket if this board, what I have here, is really working or not. Because I really don't know. I just thought yes, because it's out of the box with the working X boards for practicing. But we will check it one time in the socket to know about that. By the way, our Prusa is coming today.
Morning.
Good morning, in the morning.
Alles gut?
Good morning. Okay. So, I just have a look if that board really works, and then we can put it back together. Or then we know when we put it back together if it should work or not. So I take just another screen. I don't have a screen and a Face ID for this device or for that board because it's just a test board, and I only got a board without anything. So I just want to get on the screen, and then just get on the power supply. Okay, press power, and let's have a look. Yeah, we got an apple I showed to you on the on hand. So this board is working. Let's just boot the device up to see if it's really fully working or if it got a boot loop issue or things like that, just to know if it's okay to put it back together. We just wait for the boot. For the value is okay, so I think should be no problem. I don't know if there are any data on the board, any private data, so I just want to see that. Okay, now I just got off the cable. Yeah, the LCD cable came off. That's bad. So we know it works. We know it works, and we now just get it back together. So there was a private photo on the board, so I think it's an old board laying here, and I don't want to show private data in the video, so I just put my hand over it. But I know it works now, so we can put it back together with our MiJing CH5. So I want to see if it works. So the board is straight, I think. So we just need, like always when we do iPhone X Reball, and you see when I activate the on hands, often the image lags. So let's have a look if we got some dirt here because of using the socket, but it's okay. So we just get some flux there. So after getting the flux, I don't know if was ist gespannt? I don't know how to say in English, but normally I don't like to work on preheaters when we got things like that and that, because in my opinion the board always needs some free space to sit down in the right way later. So for me it's really, I'm interested in seeing if it works on yeah, I'm excited, okay. I'm excited. And we just use that now. And I'm really excited if this will work.
Ah, that's a new mode.
Yeah, and I want to see if that works, because normally when I do these reballs it's no problem, or when I do these exports. So let's see, we just get it back together. Take 185 degrees and just wait. Normally I do it in a complete other way. I take the mold for my PPD 120, the DX mold, and then I use some preheat to help and put it back together. So, and I don't have any points where the board is fixed, and then I just see with my eyes if it's down and if all is okay. So normally,
Bastard bist du.
Normally I sit here and have a look when the board goes down, and I know exactly then it's down.
Wrong one.
And this is a complete different way. So I'm really excited if this will work. So I see some dust. Let's have a look here. Here I can have a look in. It's really exciting. Here I can have a look in to see between the halves, to see the points.
Oh, geil.
Something is okay. At this point it has gone down. Let's see if it works or not. And you see, always when I activate the on hands, the image is lagging. That's the reason why I don't like the on hands camera here. Okay, I think it should have been done. So I put off the preheater. For me it's really almost ununderstandable how it works, because we got pressure from the top, and when the board is pressured down, why bolts between the halves don't connect to each other. You know what I mean? Maybe they do. We don't know. Therefore, we just test it now. So I just want to see again by using the zoom of my cam if it's melted down. How does it look like? Perhaps not bad at all. We will see. I just take some air to cool down. I already pulled it off the preheater. Then I loose the clamps and take it off. And let's see if it looks flat or not. Let's get it out. I always take it here on the sim tray with my tweezers when I take it out of a preheater. And now let's see under the microscope how it looks like. And here it looks flat, here it looks flat, here it looks flat and flat. Not bad at all, I would say. Without helping with hot air by hand and without having a look while sitting down. So the look is good, but like I always say, it has to work. Not only the look, it has to work. So let's see. We could do this video much faster, I know, but so you can see every step detailed. And just listen and think about what I say corresponding to reballing or not reballing. There is a mosquito here and it flies and flies and flies. So let's see if we get a boot and boom! Back to life again. So wait for a complete boot to see if it really worked. Andy is impressed. Andy's really impressed of the CH5, I think. He looks impressed.
Oh yeah. Hast du jetzt
I reballed the. I reballed.
ohne Reball ist das ja Quatsch, glaub ich.
You can do it without reball, but I wouldn't do, because it's just in my mindset when I think about this, what I do, I just can't. Okay, I hide just the screen because it's private data.
Das ist ja schon eine Arbeitserleichterung, wenn es funktioniert.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, you see, the ambient light sensor is not working, but you should see that it works. We just can boot with connected ambient light sensors. You can see it really works and the touch works, and that's all fine. So I would just, it's the wrong Face ID for this phone, so it will show a Face ID error. And we only connect the earpiece flags, not the rest of the Face ID. So I think it should be clear that we will see Face ID error, but that has nothing to do with the complete function of the phone. Okay. So we see an Apple, and for me, I have to say that I will use that MiJing CH5 on my next iPhone X repair. Really, I will use it. Why? Because when the board on the top has a small little bend, often I have to use my eyes and then have to use my tweezers to get the board really down on the front, and have a look that it doesn't came off on the other side like a bent board. So I think, just wait. Okay, I just came off. Okay, this Face ID makes a loop. This Face ID makes a loop. This Face ID has a failure. I know, because this screen, I put it off out of another phone which I have to repair today in the morning, and the error is that it reloops and got error 4013 on a restore because of corroded Face ID sensor. So with that Face ID connected, or with that earpiece flex connected, the phone will reboot and work. So don't think it doesn't work. I just start without connected cable, and then we have to put the screen in a way you see without the ambient light sensor, because the display will get dark. Yeah, but I will use it because the board is straight. So okay, and now you see. Do you see, Andy? How can I just get it better to show? Yeah, I don't have a code.
Oh.
I don't have a code for that. But I think the viewers should have seen that it really works. It's just the screen is getting dark because we don't have a sensor connected, and yeah, it works. That's not the problem for me. I will use the CH5 again on my next iPhone X repair. I can recommend this tool really. So if you want to get it, you can buy it at Union Repair. They are as far as I know, they are the exclusive seller of this product at the moment in China. So just get it from them. It's a nice tool. Greets to Sven and the crew. If you want to learn things like that, iPhone X, board reballing and things like that, just join our Facebook group, Smartphone Repair Group Germany. I hope I can show to you again that it works here. Just on hands, perhaps you can see it. I think you can see it. I just use a light, perhaps. No, it's bad to see. I know it's really bad to see, but now you see it works. So if you want to learn things like that, you can easily do it on the Board Repair School Germany. And if you are working in the smartphone repair industry, or repair smartphone and tablets in the industry, just join our Facebook group, Smartphone Repair Group Germany. I'm out. Wish you a nice day, and buy the MiJing CH5 from Union Repair. I'm out. Boom! Back to life again. Here's Ben.